Hello gentlemen, it's your boy Professional Mage, and today we're gonna talk about classes in Valheim and how to decide which class to use in your game and which class is best suited to particular player or particular playstyle that a player may prefer. So that way you won't waste a lot of time gathering resources and progressing in, let's say, Mage if you are not really meant to play Mage, if you don't really like that. Or that way you don't waste time and resources gathering stuff for Warrior to upgrade your weapons and make better weapons, and then later you see my videos where I demolish everything with my Mage playstyle and you're like, damn, I should have gone for that. So if you're new to this channel, watch this video first. It's gonna help you a lot in terms of what to do next and how you should proceed. And one more warning, this video is only useful if you reached mistlands. So I suggest you watch this before you actually go into the mistlands and discover anything. So that way you know what you're aiming for and what you're going for. Or even you can watch it mid-mistlands, I don't care, just... To be honest, you can watch it whenever you want, but best watched before mistlands because it's gonna help you a lot in terms of how to progress. That is my only advice so far. But before we continue with the video, in the last one I asked you all to give me a name for my new locks, and the winner of all of that was this guy. So congratulations, I named my locks after you, as I promised in the comments. And he already loves me. It's a great feeling. But what I also found in the comments, somebody said that if I have a chicken that I should name it dog, and I stood there thinking, wait a moment, I like that idea. So here you go, son. Your request has been fulfilled. Now we have a dog chicken. But wait, we don't stop there. I have another task for all of you. Now I need a name for this wolf. This particular wolf. So somebody write in the comments. I can name the wolf after you, or I can name the wolf however you want to. Just write it down in the comments. I'll probably pick whoever writes the name of the wolf first, or whoever just writes I want the wolf named after me first. So we'll see. But that's the task that I wanted to give you. So now that we took care of that, we can talk about classes. So listen, I'm gonna start with the warrior class because that's the I'm sorry to say it, but it's currently the lesser class in Valheim in terms of raw power and defensibility, at least. There is some OP tactics. Yeah, these axes, you know, the double axes are actually pretty cool and strong, but I'm a mage, I must diss the warriors. I have nothing against the warriors, but I must diss the warriors. So we are starting with warrior because that's with what you usually start. You cannot be a mage all the way until mistlands. This is mainly about should you remain a warrior in mistlands or should you change to something else. And first time I reached the mistlands, I thought, yeah, I wanna try magic. Magic looks cool. I wanna be a mage, I wanna use the staff of protection on my friend. He can be a tank of the group and I can, you know, just be DPS. That's what I thought mage is. I thought the mage is a glass cannon, you know. You cannot hit a mage, otherwise he will be defeated. That's not the case, but nonetheless, let's talk about this. The warrior is not what you think. You have a lot of health as a warrior. You can take definitely more direct hits. You can block damage with your shield. And being a warrior definitely offers you a lot of advantages because you can dodge a lot, move a lot, jump a lot, take a lot of hits, and playing as a warrior is usually more fun than playing as a mage because you can improvise. You can do a lot of different kind of attacks and switch up your playstyle, go from, I don't know, a sword to a bow, from bow to a mace. You have a lot of different foods, so you can adapt those foods to your exact needs. You can even do something that I read in my comments, that guy actually used a hybrid class. He used some aspects of the mage class and some aspects of the warrior class. That's really cool, but we are sticking to the main two classes in the game in this video, because if I explored every single hybrid that you can potentially do in this game, we would be here till tomorrow. But yeah, if you feel like going hybrid class, sure, you can be any hybrid that you want to be, well, except the great Bust. You cannot be him. You could never be him. Warrior is a flexible class. That's all I have to say about warrior. It's a flexible class and you can adapt it to almost anything, but in terms of damage output, they are far behind the mage. And in terms of being able to defend yourself, like in mistlands, you are gonna be, even as a beginner mage, you're gonna be effective in mistlands. But as a beginner warrior, you just didn't craft your stuff yet, the new mistlands stuff. Oof, that's gonna be a tough one to do. Being a warrior is mostly for the players that like melee combat, that like fighting with swords and stuff. The true Viking experience and playstyle that people like, and I liked it a lot before. It's not what you expect the warrior to be. You'd expect warrior to be a tanky class, to be able to sustain a lot of damage, even without the mage's help. That's just not the case in Valheim, really, because the mobs do so much damage. Especially in ashlands, bro. You don't get to ashlands without the mage. As of right now, barely anybody, like some good players maybe, yeah, they can go in ashlands solo warrior, but a single group of 5 people just get demolished in ashlands without a mage on their side. Granted, I don't think they're too good at the game, but still, the fact is they got demolished. So if you're going into this thinking, yo, I'm gonna be, I don't know, a warrior, I'm gonna be tank for my friend or for my group of friends, and they can, you know, do damage on the side. Somebody can do a bow snipes on the enemies, and I can, you know, just tank, I can aggro them, pull them towards me. You can certainly try to do that, but without that bubble of protection in ashlands or even in mistlands, I don't think you're gonna last long. But the thing is, in ashlands, warrior gets, I gotta say, it's just cool. For a second, when I saw my friend infuse his weapon with the crystal and it looked so cool, shiny and glowy, I was like, damn, that looks cool, I wanna be a warrior now. But immediately when I saw him craft that, I immediately asked him to give me that weapon, I must have a swing with it. But warriors do get some cool stuff, and cooler, in my opinion, than the mages get. Even though they're pushing mages in ashlands, warriors get cool stuff in ashlands. Especially those double axes. My god, they are cool. That's that for the warrior. Warrior is what warrior does. Except you're not really a tank, you're just, I don't know, a melee dude. Maybe they'll fix that in the future. Maybe the next update will be more about warriors than mages, or they'll balance it out. I hope they balance it out. But now let's talk about my favorite. That is the mage. Oh baby, the mage. Well, the mage is not really a flexible class unless you go hybrid. I don't recommend going hybrid. I don't know, it's not really recommend or don't recommend. It's mostly about what you like. And don't listen to me. If you like something, then you do something. You have fun in your playstyle. It's not really having fun if you just must go through the game against your, you know, own intuition, against your will. Just do what you want, bro. If you don't like the mage, don't be a mage. If you don't like the warrior, go a hybrid. But mage is so far, as of ashlands update and this day, the most powerful thing you can be in ashlands. Mage has only 6 types of food. That is 3 in ashlands and 3 in mistlands. And if you're going full mana build, that is magica build. I call it the magica, I don't know, it's called ether, I think. I call it magica because I played Skyrim and it's like that basically. Mage gets 6 food in total and gets 2 meads in total. So it's not really a big brainer of what to make. You know, if you wanna copy my exact build that I did and I'll show you on this channel, you can do that, and it's pretty simple to get that stuff. The mage, the best thing about the mage, and I didn't say this in the warrior part, but warrior stuff is so hard to craft. It's strong, yeah, but it's so hard to craft and upgrade. It takes so many resources. It is just annoying and painful to go through the process of crafting that stuff. And the mage stuff definitely is hard to craft, but it's not nearly as hard to craft as the warrior stuff. I mean, I didn't have that much trouble with it. It wasn't difficult, to say the least. I mean, technically the mage is easier to obtain than the warrior is, because I said so. At least it's for me. It's all my opinion. It is easier to get the mage stuff, in my opinion, than the warrior stuff. Mage armor and weapons are easier to craft. Farming food for a mage is not that difficult as well. You get huge quantities of produce that you harvest from your fields, so you can make a lot of magical food with that. So the food is not that difficult to craft, in my opinion, and that food is gonna be important for you. If you don't know what the mage exactly is yet, that food is gonna be important for you, because without that food you cannot attack, because you don't have magic. Magica is necessary for you to be able to attack, to use stuffs. And mage is extremely powerful in terms of damage and different kinds of damage. You have ice damage, fire damage at the beginning, and you even have 4 skeletons that you can spawn if you upgrade your dead razor to the level 4. That are extremely useful and tough when you actually protect them with the stuff of protection. And the mage has glitches that allow you to actually raise your magic skills, like your elemental magic and blood magic, in few hours of just doing that. Not really few hours, I don't know, like 1 to 2 hours. The mage could be considered the go-to class, in my opinion, because it can take a lot of damage with that stuff of protection. The only thing that I do in my build is I keep the bubble that stuff of protection gives you. You must keep it always on you, because without that bubble you are nothing. You're one hit kill by most of the things in ashlands. That's just how it works. I don't make the rules, it's just how it is. But keeping that bubble up isn't hard, especially when you upgrade your stuff to the level 3, you get 3 minutes, and level 4, 4 minutes. So mage, extremely durable class. It can solo anything. Recently my channel soloed the last boss in ashlands with no big trouble. I died 2 times because I was stupid. But for somebody who's not stupid, they can just go through the boss without dying. The mage is best at dealing with huge groups of enemies, because a lot of your stuff is splash damage. It's area of effect damage, especially with those tentacles and stuff. My god, are those things useful. Troll stuff, don't get me started on troll stuff. So mage is just fun thing to blast things with. The word fun, it all depends on you and your type of playstyle. how you wanna go through a game, it's up to you. But if you just wanna be strong and wanna do huge amount of damage and wanna protect your team, go a mage. It's enough to have one or maybe even two mages in your group if the rest of your party doesn't want to be mages. Or if you're just playing with one friend, you can be a mage and he can be a warrior, like we did here. But the thing is, warrior, fun, it can sustain nice amounts of damage, but not that much without mage's bubble. Adaptable, you can do a lot of crazy moves with warrior. You can change your playstyle every now and then, different kinds of attacking weapons. And mage, more boring than the warrior, huge damage, can take a lot of damage. Your movement and speed is great because you wear armor that is light, so it doesn't slow you down. And there is less foods to worry about as a mage because you have so little to choose from, basically. You can't go wrong with the foods for a mage. You can do slightly more, slightly better, or slightly worse, but you cannot go wrong with the foods for a mage. So yeah, consider all of this that I told you when choosing your class, because it really is annoying that you progress with one class and then you see the other one and you're like, damn, I wanna be that. So consider it carefully what you wanna be. Do you wanna be the OP god and just kill everything with ease, or do you wanna be a warrior that is gonna help your mage to drag some enemies off of them, even though you cannot take a lot of damage? You must be always close to the mage because they are really pushing mage in this update, and warriors should be way stronger than they currently are in the game, in my opinion. So yeah, choose carefully. So yeah, gentlemen, that's it for this episode. If you liked it, leave a like, leave a subscribe. If I didn't say something about warrior or a mage, or if I forgot something, then paste it in the comments and I will pin it so people can actually read it and see some more information about those two classes. Thank you for watching as always. Mage out.